What's going on, everybody? David here. Today we're going to talk about a video that I put out earlier today. It was about the travel credit, and there were a lot of people who were upset that I brought up the travel credit, and people are struggling right now, and I totally understand. There are a lot of people who can't pay their bills. Why are you talking about a travel credit? I can't even pay my rent or my mortgage. I'm not even thinking about travel. So I want to talk about that. We're going to talk about that right now. But first off, on this channel, we talk about personal finance for travelers. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you can get future updates on my videos. All right, so let's talk about this. And I want to give an example first, and then I'll get into kind of what I'm talking about when it comes to the travel credit, why I mentioned it, why I think it's important for the dialogue, for the discussion when it comes to the next stimulus package. So let me give this example. So let's say, we'll say politicians. We have some politicians, they're sitting in a room and they're all hungry. They've been working hard. We know how politicians are working hard. They're not on recess, so they're working hard right now. And they want to get pizza, or at least one of them wants to get a pizza or get some pizzas, right? And this person says, hey, you know what? Let's get pizza. And people are like, I don't know. And he says, yeah, let's get pizzas. Well, let's get 5 pepperoni pizzas. And so the people they start looking at each other like, you know what? I don't really want pepperoni pizza. So I'm out. I'm not in. And so then he says, well, why not? You don't want pepperoni? Everybody likes pepperoni. And they're like, nah, we're good. We don't need pizza. And so then he says, okay, you know what? We can get 5 pizzas, but we'll get 1 pepperoni. We'll get 1 pepperoni sausage and mushroom. We'll get 1 that's pineapple and Canadian bacon. We'll get 1, or we'll get 2 that are vegetarian. And so now people are starting to listen because you're starting to say different things and say, you know what? I like vegetarian pizza. I'm vegetarian. I don't eat meat. So I like the sound of vegetarian pizza. You know what? I'm in. And then the other person says, you know what? I like that Hawaiian style pineapple and Canadian bacon. I'm in. And the other person says, yeah, I like sausage on my pizza. I'm in. And so now you have more of these politicians getting interested in this pizza, whereas they weren't interested in it before because they didn't want just the pepperoni. They would go elsewhere. That wasn't necessary for them to have pepperoni. They get some other type of food or what have you. And so I say this to mean that right now you have a lot of people who desperately need stimulus checks. Okay, they desperately need direct payments, and I understand. And the majority of the people who were in the comments on the video that I put out earlier, they were saying we don't have money, we can't pay our bills, and I totally understand that. And that's something that's really hard about this whole situation, because right now the government they need to help a lot of different people. And right now they're not doing anything when it comes to another stimulus package. And part of the reason why they're not doing anything is because you have people who desperately need direct payments, and then you have some other people who they're okay either way. They're still making money, and we're not talking about wealthy people. We're talking about people who received the last stimulus check. So when they looked at the last stimulus check, you had people who spent the stimulus check right away. And then you had a group of people who did not spend the stimulus check. They put it in their savings because they already had money. They might have been still working. They were already comfortable. Even with COVID-19, they were still comfortable, and they didn't have to use that stimulus check right away. They were able to pay their bills. And so that group of people, they're looking at another stimulus check and they're just thinking, oh, that would be nice. I can put it in my savings again. But they're not saying this is something I absolutely have to have, like you have the group over here that desperately need the stimulus checks. So because of that, the group that wants to put the money in their savings, there's no urgency on their part. And so when you hear politicians saying we're just going to wait and see, that group over there that's going to put the stimulus check back in their savings, they're kind of like, okay, well, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Maybe it'll be better if we waited a little longer because it'll be closer to Christmas and we can have some money for Christmas. So they're thinking like that, whereas you have people who desperately need the money, right? So the people who desperately need the money, let's say that's when I use the example, that's the people who are the person who wants the pepperoni pizza. And then you have the other people who they could do pizza or they can do something else. They don't really care, but they don't really need pepperoni pizza or want pepperoni pizza. But when you start pulling other things in and you start mentioning other types of pizza, now they start getting interested. And so when I mentioned the travel credit interests a lot of people. Because think of it, the group that puts that money in their savings, that group is probably in a situation where if you offered them a travel credit, they might be able to use that travel credit. And they might take some of that money from their savings or another direct payment that they would receive and use that for travel. So now you have them interested. You're bringing them into the conversation. And when you start bringing them into the conversation, guess what they're doing? They're calling their congresspeople and saying, hey, I'm interested in this travel credit. When are we going to have another stimulus package? And then not only do you have that group of people, but guess who else you have? You have some politicians, because politicians travel a lot. And we know at least once a month they're going on recess, so they're traveling back to their home districts. And so they could benefit from this as well. So you have some of the politicians who were just saying, no, we don't need another stimulus package at all. Now they're starting to get a little interested because they're thinking, hey, you know what? This is the way things work. Politicians look at it and say, hey, this could benefit me. So if it could benefit me, then maybe we should talk a little bit more about having another stimulus package, and let's kind of hurry it along, because I have a recess to go on in a couple of weeks. I'm just saying, I'm using that as an example, but you have to start bringing more people to the table. And if you bring more people to the table, guess what? You get your pepperoni pizza, so you get your direct payment, and people get travel credits, and they get some other things. So there's one thing that we do know. The stimulus check, it's not going to be just a bill on the stimulus check. We already know that, because the House, they passed that bill, the HEROES Act, and the HEROES Act had stimulus checks in it, but it had a lot of other things in it too. So we already know that they're not just going to do a bill. I wish they would do just one bill that was just stimulus checks, but that's not what they're going to do. And Mitch McConnell's already said, if we do another stimulus package, it's going to be one more, and that's it. So he's already said that. So he doesn't want separate bills. He just wants one more bill. And so because of that, you're going to have to bring in some stuff, and it might not benefit everyone. Let's look at the CARES Act. So the CARES Act was the last bill that gave us a stimulus check. So that bill gave us stimulus checks. It gave us PPP money. It gave us EIDL money. It gave us money for unemployment. So it gave us a variety of different things. All those things didn't benefit everyone, because you have people on fixed income that are not going to be benefited. Let's say if you're retired, you're on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, you're not going to get a benefit from enhanced unemployment. You're not going to get a benefit from the PPP program. But they brought that stuff in because they wanted to bring more people to the table in order to get this done. And so that's going to be the same thing in this next package that we see. We're going to see a variety of different things that are going to come in. Now, the good thing about the travel credit is the travel credit is not like the PPP, where you have no, like the PPP loans, you have no access. If you don't have a business, you don't have access to those loans at all. So you're not going to benefit from that unless you are an employee and they were able to keep you on their payroll. That's a whole different situation. But other than that, you're not benefiting from the PPP money. Now, with the travel credit, you can still benefit from it. Even if you're on fixed income, you can still benefit from it. And here's how. Let's say, and this is just talk, right? So this is just a proposal. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's just been mentioned. But let's just look at the whole situation. You have a year and a half to use it. So a year and a half. So a year from now, you might find yourself in a situation where you drive somewhere and you go to a restaurant, and guess what? Now you can use that tax credit for that restaurant. Okay. Of course, you're going to have to file your taxes, so that's something else. But I'm just saying, there are ways that you might be able to use this. So it's a benefit that will get people interested, people who wouldn't normally just spend that next stimulus check that they get. You get them interested, but it could also help you down the road. In the future, you might want to go to an amusement park. You can use it there. You might have to travel somewhere, go to a national park or something like that. So we're talking a year and a half. You have to use that, and it might benefit you in some way. And so just bringing it to the table helps out the case for stimulus checks. And that's because now you have more people interested, more people contacting their congresspeople saying, hey, this sounds good. People who work and they travel a lot for work, this is perfect for them. So it's just, I just wanted to kind of put that out there just so you guys understand this is how the negotiations are going to happen. It's not going to be just about stimulus checks. It's just not. You're going to have other things that are going to be in this next package. And the best way to go about it is to try to get those things in that you might be able to benefit from in the future. That's the bottom line. So no matter where you fall in the economic scale, you might still be able to benefit, even if it's just going to a restaurant and you're able to use that as a tax credit and file your taxes and get a little bit back for that. And you never know, there might be a situation where you have to go on a trip. It might not be vacation, but it's a trip for work, or God forbid you have to go on a trip for a situation, death in the family or something like that. Then now you can still get some credit back for that. So just something to think about. But I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit more about it. I put the video out earlier today, and I didn't really know that it was going to get the response that it got. I mean, I knew that there would be some people on the other side thinking, yeah, you know what, this is not good because it's not going to benefit me. But I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit more about my thought process and why I think it would still be good, because it's going to allow more people to be interested in it. Now, one more thing too, when it comes to the travel credit, right now they're just talking about it, but this is something that you can push for. Other countries have done this where they have vouchers, travel vouchers. So now you're getting money. So they're going to send you a voucher, and that voucher you can use, use at different places. I don't know exactly how other countries are rolling this out, but they are doing vouchers instead of a tax credit. So let's say you don't file taxes every year. Well, you're getting vouchers instead. So you can use that, use the vouchers instead. So just wanted to put that out there. Now, we're doing a giveaway. And what I've done, and I talked to the group last night, and I told them, if we get 1,000 comments, so if we get 1,000 comments, before it was 2,000 comments, I'm dropping it down to 1,000 comments, okay? Because we get 1,000 comments on pretty much every video, and I want to start giving out these gift cards. So all you need to do, and we're gonna do it, we're gonna do one today, but for the next one, all you need to do is to fill out the form for the group. If you fill out the form for the group, I'll get your information there, okay? Now, I would like for you to join the group. So not just fill out the form. I'd like for you to join the group, but you do not have to join the group. You do have to fill out the form though, okay? The form will give me your name and your email address, and those are the two most important things. That way I can email you once you've won. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a drawing today because our last video, not the last one I put out this morning, but the video before that, hit 1,000 comments. So all you need to do, after you've filled out the form, there's a link in the description for the form. After you fill out the form, you just need to comment. Put a comment down below, answer a question, ask a question, and that way we will do, hopefully every video that I put out, we can do a $50 gift card giveaway. Now, the gift cards, it's Amazon, Target, and Walmart, okay? And what I'll do is I'll make the gift card, it'll be an e-gift card, so I can just send it to you via email. All right, so let's go ahead and go over to the random picker here. So I have this random picker. I've put everyone's name in here. So I'm using the profile name. So whatever you said was your YouTube profile name, that's what I'm using here. And we're going to go ahead and pick a winner right now. All right, let's move on down. And Sherry, you are the winner, Sherry. So congratulations. $50 gift card, and this is my way of helping you guys stimulate the economy by giving you this gift card. So Sherry, you can contact me if you are in the group that we have, the WhatsApp group. You can contact me through there. If you're not, I will send out an email to you just letting you know that you won, and then I'll ask you which gift card you want. All right, guys. So thank you guys all for stopping by. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And also let me know what you think about, I know there are a lot of people still upset about the travel credit, but what do you think about the whole thought process? Do you think it's good to bring in other things? That way it will help you get what you want. Do you think that's a good strategy, or do you think we should just go with the stimulus checks and not have anything else? Let me know down below. And that's all I have for you guys. Remember, it's your money, people. It's your money. Talk to you later. Bye.